And to do that, you have to draw a column. So you can come to rectangle. So pick a rectangle, drop it, and then you can say the dimension is 225 by 225. Then draw the triangle. So this is the column we'll be using. Okay, so let's select the column and place it where it is needed. So as I've said, where it is needed is the four corners of the building, where you have a cantilever, and then where you have a staircase. Yes, and where you have a staircase, at the beginning of the staircase you should put a column, and then some other important places. So pick a base point. So I can pick, let me pick here. So now let's see, we can drop it. Now look at this. This is this red you are seeing, this red line you are seeing, that's the end of the ground floor. You can see at this other place you don't have any red line. So that means this particular point is the four corner of the ground floor. That is the edge of the ground floor. So you need a column here. So however, this column will only work in the ground floor. It should not come up to the first floor, because on the first floor what you have there is a terrace. So all of these from here up to here, anything above here on the ground floor is a terrace. So you don't want this column going up, because even if you look at it here, you see that this blue line is not as long as this column. So that is telling that whatever you have on this place should be like a guardrail. So you should not put a column that will go up until roof level. So this will terminate at ground floor. It will not go up to the first floor. So this column will be coming from the foundation up to the ground floor. I mean the first slab. The first slab you see in the first floor at the ground floor slab. Okay, so then which other place you will need a column? Here. Why? Because you have a cantilever here. You can see there's a cantilever here. You can see this this is the red line. So that's a cantilever. So you can put a column here to support the cantilever. You can see, so this column will be carrying this cantilever. So likewise here to support the cantilever, and then this is another corner of the red line, which is the ground floor. So all these column I'm adding, they are not going to the upper floor. They are terminating here. So you have one here, and then so that's all for this side. And then for this side too, you also need columns for this blue line. All this, they are terrace. All these things you are seeing for the blue line, they will be you don't need column around here. What you need here is guardrail. Okay, so I'm copying the column and then I'm placing it here. So this column is only working for the first floor. So you can put another one here at the last edge, because I'm just putting at the four corner now. Then in between here and here, I place one here, which is here. I place another one here. So we should need something between the two, and something around here. So let's trace this. Then let's place it here. Maybe it will be useful there. If that's the case, we are done with that edge. Then let's come to this edge. This is the other corner of the, so we need one here. Now let me trace it from here. You need one here. This is the corner of the ground floor. So this is the last corner here. So you need a column here, and that column too can go up to the first floor. You can see that you still have blue line crossing too. So you have both blue line and green line crossing. So this will go up to, it's just only this that will terminate at the ground floor. This will go up to the first floor. This will not terminate at the ground floor. So which other place can we have? We can have one here. Definitely that's the four corner, and this will go up to the ground floor and first floor. You can see why I'm saying it is going up to the first floor is because I'm having red and I'm having blue. You understand? I'm having red, I'm having blue. You are seeing more of blue because the blue is placed on the red, but you're having red there. You're also having blue there. So also here we can place one here. So in between here and here, that's too long. I will need a column somewhere around here. Then we should be able to place a column here. Yeah. Be careful of placing column wherever you have all these numbers, all these figures. They are telling you that there's an opening there, and then any opening you are seeing here is a window, or it can be a door. But I think all these are windows. So I'm dropping the column here. So you can see here you have both red line and green line. So I have a column there, and then at the last edge here too I have a column that will work for both stories, and then in between and here you can put a column. So if I put a column here, the column will not be able to go up to the ground floor. Here you can see, but it will work for the first floor perfectly, but for the ground floor, no. Yeah, let me put the column here. So this column is not going up to the, because you have a window here, you can see, so you have to be careful. You have a window there. Okay, so that's good enough for the ground floor. What about the first floor? We have one column here, we have one column here, we also need another column somewhere. So where can I put that? I can, let me put it around here. Yeah, let me put it around here. Then I have one here. Then this is a cantilever. You can see you have a small cantilever here. So let me place a column here to support the cantilever. The column can go from the ground to up to the first floor. So that's good enough here. And then which other one? This one as well. So I need a column here. Yeah. And then a column here too. But at this column not far from each other, let's try to measure. The last column is here, right? So I measure from out to in. You know, out to in is the same thing as center to center. So out to in. So what do I have? Okay, so that's 3.67. So that's okay. Let's say we have one column here, because there's a staircase here. This is a stair hall, so you need a staircase to support it. So we can put one here, and that's going from the ground floor up to the first floor. Yeah, but between this column and this column, I need one column around here. So I can drop a column here. Let's measure the distance from out, sorry, okay, well, center to center, that's 5 meters. No, that's too long. So we can have a column there, or we have another column near. Okay, so let me say I'm having another column here. You know, this is the only place I can place it. I can't place it around here, because you can see I have a figure here which is 5, which is saying that okay, there's 5. So you see from here up to here you don't have a blue line, all you are seeing is a red line. That means no blue line is placed on that red line. That place is free. That's because there's a window there, so that's why I'm placing the column around here. Okay, so that's good enough. And then here I can have a column, yeah, and then here I have a column already. So I think I'm done with the internal columns. So let's come in and see, well, where else we can put a column. So let's see, let's say all of this is a panel. Let's say all of this is a panel, so I can just have a column around here. If the whole of this is also a panel, I have a column here. That's good enough. So I can put a column here. Can have a column here. And then what about here? I can have a column here too. So let's see. Oh. Yeah, that's good enough. Then no, let me put a column here. Yeah, if I put a column here, it will not be useful in the first floor, so I don't really value it, but let me put it here, at least it will work. So I can put one here. It will only work in the ground floor, it's not coming to the first floor. Okay, so that's good enough. Yeah, so we are done with the columns. Now the next thing is you will select all the column and copy them, then you now paste in a different drawing sheet. So select one, right click, select similar, then copy. Then you can now pick anywhere as a base point, but wherever you want to pick as a base point, make sure it has both the vertical axis and the horizontal axis. Look at this column, it has a vertical axis, you can see, but it does not have horizontal axis. You can see this is not an axis, this is a line. See, this is a line, you can see it is part of the line of this terrace. You can see, you trace it. So you can use this particular column. So let's see. Okay, let's see this one. Yeah, so I can use, you can see this one has vertical, the center, it has horizontal. So let me pick here. Good. Then I can then drop it. You know, we've copied the particular axis before, so you just have to note the axis. So that's the last axis here, so you can just paste it here. So looking at this now, all the column are well placed now, so you can see them. So but they are not appearing so well, so what you can do is just right click one of the, then you can change their color to, let's say, axis, or let me just change it for first floor, and then you can see now this is good. Now this axis is what we'll be copying to ProtaStructure. We'll be exporting it to ProtaStructure, you understand? So to now do that, ProtaStructure will recognize this as a column, but you don't recognize this as a column. Why? Because you don't have axis here. It will not even recognize it as a column. So why? Because you only have one axis, the horizontal one, you don't have a vertical one. So for ProtaStructure to recognize this as a column, we have to put all our axes. So let me copy this. So you can just try to trim them. So let's trim them. Okay, so now we have to import this to ProtaStructure. So you can just open your ProtaStructure, then open a new file. So let me call this drawing 1. Then okay, I'll be so fast with this, and then BS code, yeah, open. Okay, so you come here, export, then you load the file. That's drawing 1. So we have it here, yes, display, and then we are using the color. Let's import the member. Yeah, we have to import the axis with the gray line, so the name is first, and then the column, no, the column is 1. Then select this. Okay, and so you can check all of this. So for all story, no error, good. Then you can close this. Yeah, we can close this. So now we have all the columns and everything. So right now what we're going to do is we are going to export, we are going to generate this to another story. You know, we have 2 stories, so we're having 2 floors. The first floor, that we have slab there. The other floor you won't have slab, because that's going to be the roof level. You just have the roof beam. So let's insert the number of story we need. So we need 2 stories. So you need 2-story, the ground and the first. So okay, so after doing that, now we have to generate everything we have on the first floor here to the second floor. So you come to generate story, then this is our source, that is our source is story 1, then this here is story 2. So I'm only copying the column, so I'll not select any other thing except column. So I'm deselecting this. So okay, yeah, I'm closing. So now on story 2, all my columns are now here. So right now, all the columns that will not be useful in story 2, I have to delete them here. All the columns that will not be useful in story 1, I have to delete them there. So let's come back to story 1 first. So let's see our drawing. From the drawing, I know that okay, all these three, this column, this one here, and this one here, they are not useful in the ground floor, so I'm deleting them. So this, so make sure you're on story 1. So this, I can, let me see if I can select. Okay, so hit the delete button. I don't want to delete the axis, only the column. So that is gone. Which other one is not needed on the ground floor? I think something around here. Yeah, you see this column you are seeing here, it is not needed in the ground floor, because you can see on the ground floor you have a window. So here this column is only starting from the first floor, you don't need it on the ground floor. So that's this column. So let's delete that column too. So here is the column, so I'm deleting it. Okay, which other one? I think that's all. Okay, so we are good on the ground floor. Then on the first floor, which column we will not need? We will not need this, this, and then this. So it means the first 4 columns here, this, we will not need them, and then this particular one too, we will not need it. Okay, so let's see. So go to story 2. Okay, so this is story 2. So it means all these 4 columns, I don't need them. Okay, let's see about the internal. Okay, also this column will not be needed in the first floor. This column. Okay, we are taking it away. Then which other one? I think every other column here are useful. We don't have any more column, so that's good. So right now what we need to draw is the beams. So you go to the drawing and see where we need the beam. Okay, here definitely at the back here we need a straight beam here at the recess. Okay, and then from that beam downward, so we have a beam downward up to this point where we have a staircase. Also here too we can take a straight beam up to this point where we have a staircase. So let's try to draw that for now. So you come here, this beam, my beam is 230 by 450. Okay, so I'm having a beam from here up to here, and then to here. So I need a beam from here to here. Let's see what's S. Okay, yeah, from here, you know, all the external, I just need beam at the external edges. So here I need the beam at the perimeter, you know, just a beam to cover all the perimeter. Then, you know, this is where my ground floor ends. I'm still going to take my beam all to this point here, because even if I have a beam here or I have a slab here, I want this beam to carry it, so I'm taking my beam up to this point. Okay, so I have something like this and like this, and then up to this point. Okay, so let's see. Okay, here too, so I will need from here, from this column, I just want to close this place up with a beam, so I will need a column here. I'll need a beam here, sorry. Then straight up from here up to this column, I need a beam too. This is what I'm saying. From here up to here, I need a beam. Also from here down to this column, I need a beam. Okay, so from here up to here, I need a column, and then from here up to this column, I need one too. So let's see what else I need. Okay, so here too, up to this point, I need a beam. So I'm covering that place with a beam. I'm covering this place with a beam. Yeah, so automatically this place is also crossing with a beam, so I'm good with that. And then all this portion here is going to be a cantilever on the ground floor. No, sorry, on the first floor. So when you stand on the ground floor, you'll be seeing this portion as a cantilever. So so let me say I need a beam under here to carry the terrace. I also need a beam here to carry the terrace, and then part of this slab here, part of this cantilever slab here. So I need a beam here at this column, I need a beam at this column. I also need a beam at this column to protrude out, just a small beam. And then I think we are good. Okay, so let's take that too. So let's say I need a small beam here, just a small beam. Likewise here, I need a small beam to that axis, this place too, a small beam, and then here a small beam. Okay, so we are good. And then so I think I'm done with the external, so I just need to deal with the internal now. So let's see how we can draw the internal. Okay, so here I have a column, here I have a beam, so I also have a column here. Let me close this up with a beam. So from this second column here, I can close it up with a beam. Let me take a beam, run over here, because I even have a wall, so I can just close that portion up with a beam. So this portion, I can close it up with a beam here. Yeah, yes. And then I have a cantilever here, here I can also close this up with a beam. This portion here, I can close it up with a beam. So the second portion here, that is here, I can close it up with a beam. Okay, and then this other place is good. Yeah, so let me come here and see. So from here, I can't close this place up with a beam, because this place is an apartment, probably a toilet or a room or something. So I can't close it up with this kind of beam. So, but what can I do? Well, I can close it here. I have a column here, so, and I have a wall here, but there's no wall here, so I'm still closing it up, whatever. So I'm closing it up from here to here with a beam. So I'm closing up from here to here with a beam. However, this place looks large, but that's what I'm doing. Okay, so what about here? Okay, here I have a stair. Here I have a stair. I can take a beam from here. Then let me cross this portion up with a beam too. So from this portion here, I'm carrying a beam. This is a stair, so there's no problem. I have a beam there. It can be a beam of about 300 mm. So you can take the beam here up to this point, then you call a beam. So from here, So from here I'm taking a beam like this here. Oh no, that's not straight. Let me delete it. Okay, then here I have a beam. So this portion is my staircase. This portion is my staircase, and then let's see this last portion here, how we can deal with this last portion. So here I have a beam, I have a column here, so I can close this place up with a beam, and then this place up with a beam. I mean, you know, from here, from this external portion, I can close it up with a beam here. Then yeah, I can run a beam up too like this. So I can run a beam like this. Okay, and then here, what can I do here? Okay, here I can run a beam from here. You know, this is a wall, so I can run a beam from here up to this portion here. So that's going to be like a one-way slab. So I mean, from here up to here I can run a beam. Okay, so we are good with the first floor. So what we just need right now is a slab. I think all of this portion is a slab, is a cantilever slab. However, there is a longer cantilever that's going to be like, you know, all of this portion will be a cantilever when you're looking from the ground floor, but this portion is more longer. So let's draw the longer part first. So let's measure what's the length. So let's measure from the, you know, center. Measure from the center here up to the length here. So I have 761 from this column up to this column. So let's take that. So now this is it over here. So let me come to slab. That's going to be a cantilever, so we are going to change the type to 12, and then let me say the thickness is 150. Let me use a cover of, okay, the cover is not even there. So length of the cantilever, that's 761 that we just measured now. So I'm going to pick this point, then take it upward. So you click outside. Okay, so that's the cantilever. So that's the longest cantilever. So what about this? This is also a cantilever. So let's measure too. So from the center here up to this point, that should be shorter. So that's 712.5. So that's going to continue. That 712.5 is going to continue downwards. You know, this longer part, that's what I just drew right now. So it's going to continue up to this portion, to the down, to the last column here. So I can just 712.5, yeah. So let me click on this, right click, window property. So I'll just change this 712. Don't press anything, just click that 712, then click here, good. So come here, click here, then outside, then click here, outside. So all these we have slab too, so you can draw their slab as well. So they are not going to be type 12 anymore. Let me see this. Yeah, so that's going to be here. We're going to have it here. We can have it, no, we can have it here. We can have it here, yes. I think that's all. So okay, so let's pick another one. Let me pick longer discontinuous. This is longer discontinuous. This is longer discontinuous. So let me pick shorter discontinuous. this should be shorter discontinuous, this should be shorter discontinuous, this is shorter discontinuous, and then this is also shorter discontinuous. Short discontinuous. This is a stairwell, so don't put anything there. There is no slab. So I also have adjacent discontinuous. You know, that's type of slab. So adjacent. This is adjacent discontinuous. Adjacent discontinuous. So we are done with the GA for the ground floor. So you can just go to the other story. So that's the second story, story 2. So here we just need, you know, everything here is just roof beam. So you just need to draw. So for roof beam, definitely you need all your perimeter beams. So draw your beam. I still have 230 by 450 beam, so draw your beam, you know, a replica of what you have there probably. And then, you know, so let me say you have a beam here. Yeah, good. Then here, this beam are just going to carry the let me see how I have that. I think it's okay. So it is a roof beam, so you should be careful where you should have the beam to. And then, you know, you don't need to have too much of beam, you just need the beam depending on the roof or roof plan. So though I don't have the roof plan here, so I can't know whichever one is so important. Okay, let's see, maybe around here. Okay, let's just draw a beam here. Let's draw a beam here so that this column will not just be standing. Let's draw a beam here, then like this. Okay, so okay. I think that's good enough for a roof beam. So actually I don't have the roof plan. I'll have checked the roof plan to see, you know, wherever you're having a gutter and then stuff like that, where you need a beam to carry the roof, or, you know, definitely at the edges you will need a beam to carry the roof. So this is going to be my roof plan. This is going to be the GA for my roof, and this is the this is what I have. And then for story 2, this is what I have. So let's see what we have for the 3D. That's what we have in 3D. So this is how it looks like in 3D view. So this is how we draw a general arrangement. So we are good. So as I said, depending on your roof plan, so you may have a beam here, you know, you may have a beam crossing over here. So but, you know, this is a beam, the beam are still good, the beam, they are actually supported. It's not like you have a slab, then you say, okay, the slab is so large, there's no beam to carry the slab. No, it's just the beam and the column that you have in the roof level. So this beam is adequately supported, this beam is everything here is adequately supported. So you don't just put unnecessary beams in your roof plan. You have to check your roof level, so you have to check your roof plan to determine where the beams are necessary to support your roof. So that's how to draw a general arrangement. If you like this video, please don't forget to like, and then you have to subscribe. Thank you for watching.